Okay, so this is basically me unscripted, and I'm going to be talking about a stream of thoughts. Whether or not it's a good stream of thoughts is to be questioned. But I'm going to be seeing The Mandalorian and Grogu when it comes out. And the reason why is because I really like the premise of the lone wolf adventurer and his cute little baby, or his cute little sidekick, or his cute little helper. And this goes back to there are a couple of little. There's like, for example, let me see if I can. Isaac Asimov. Here we go. Isaac Asimov wrote the Lucky Star Hero series, and but under the pen name Paul French. This is a really good example of that particular story type, where you have a space ranger, and he has like a sidekick, and I really love the Lucky Star series. Like a really good example of when you have like a super amazing space ranger type character, and then you have like their sidekick character beside them, and they go off into the world and they do things. And like this is a known particular stereotype way of telling a story. And I love this particular stereotype, cliche way of telling a story. I could watch, I could read, I could absorb this particular type of storytelling a lot. I think it is a really lovely way of telling stories. The first season of The Mandalorian, banger. Fantastic. Fantastic first season. Where they went wrong, where Disney went wrong, was the the other seasons. I feel like they got a whole bunch of sprinkles and poured a massive amount of sprinkles on top of the cake and went, da-da! Look at our sprinkle cake! And it's just like, guys, you poured too many sprinkles on what was a really good cake. You can't have that many sprinkles on a cake, okay? Too many sprinkles. Now there's lots of sprinkles on a cake. And my nana, when I first started writing, my nana gave me really good advice. Advice that she got when she first started writing, which is keep it simple, stupid. Basically, you need to keep your stories simplistic. and that's what The Mandalorian and Grogu should be. It should be the simplistic story of a Lone Ranger with his baby going out and conquering the galaxy together. And that's what the original Star Wars movie, The New Hope Star Wars, or what should be Star Wars, I recently rewatched it with one of my international students, and I hadn't seen the original Star Wars movie in quite a while, which is fascinating because I remember rewatching it hundreds of times when I was a child, absolutely murdering the VHS, which I still own. And it is a really, really simplistic heroic journey. And as I was rewatching it, I'm just like, this is like verbatim just an absolutely simplistic story. Like, it's just step by step. You can like literally just go, he ticks this off, he does this, ticks this box, tick, 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 tick. Step by step, super simplistic, bump, 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 bump. And I'm just like, okay, I think we need to return to this particular style of simplistic storytelling, which the first Mandalorian season was that step-by-step simplistic storytelling. And then they got the bunch of sprinkles, they tipped the sprinkles on, and they went haywire. And that's when everyone was like, no, we don't like it, too many sprinkles. That's what I think is wrong. Like, people were pointing out with like the... Okay, and here I'm gonna detour again. People are really bashing on my brain, the advertisements. That's not the right word. the trailers. I'm gonna get there eventually. The trailers and all like the little shorts and things that they do these days. Like when I went to the cinema and I saw the trailer for the Mandalorian and Grogu first time, and I was like, I absolutely loved the title screen text that they had. The Mandalorian and Grogu. And I saw it come up on the screen. And I was like, oh my gosh, that is gorgeous text. Like, what's the word? See, this is what happens when I do this so early in the morning. I can't think straight. Graphics, the words I'm looking for. It's a beautiful graphic design because to me it harkened back to the old science fiction retro style that I absolutely love, and I'll see if I can find some examples of it to show up. But something I love doing is I love going to conventions, and I will browse the old retro style comic books. And I really love that particular look that you get from like those retro looking science fiction comic books, I suppose. Sometimes you do see it on the old science fiction pocketbooks as well, a little bit, but not as much. It's usually a style you find in the comic books. Sometimes the pocketbooks, but those usually are a little bit more like blander, I suppose, than the comic book styles. And so I will go to the conventions, the Comic Con and like Supernova and stuff, and I like to browse through the the old comic book sections and specifically look for the science fiction because I really like pictures. I suppose I collect pictures, and there's a particular style of the old science fiction look where, you know, the girls have their butts and their boobs out and the guys have got their guns, you know, and they're like mowing down the monsters, bam, 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 bam. And you're just like, it's a look, it's a look. And the original Star Wars picture that everyone likes, with Luke holding up his lightsaber into the air and Leia's got her like her bikini on. So this is editing Kylie, and correction, Princess Leia does not wear her bikini in the original Star Wars art, which is hilarious because I am currently wearing that art as a t-shirt right now, and I should have known that by just looking down at it. So yeah, there you go. That's just the place where the head goes when you are ranting, I guess. So yeah, that's editing Kylie, just making correction there. Okay, back to the video. And that's a particular style. And I wish that the Mandalorian and Grogu had really honed in on that look. Because when I saw the graphics of the title, The Mandalorian and Grogu, flash up on screen, I got super excited because I was like, oh my gosh, are they going to go for that style in like the advertising, the whatever it is, you guys know what I'm actually talking about, the trailers and stuff. And I was super excited, and then they didn't. And I was super sad because I felt like they would have won. I felt like they would have had something to go for if they had leaned into that lone wolf adventurer off to save the galaxy with his like cute baby in a retro adventure. But they didn't. And I'm just like, why didn't they do that? They had something there. Oh my gosh, they had something there. Why did they not take hold of that and run with it? Because they actually had something that they could have worked with so much. I am just so annoyed that they dropped the ball on that, because it literally feels like they set that up to lose. Like, and I'm just like, it's like they got handed something incredible, but they're like, nah, we won't do anything with this. And I'm just like, guys, you were given like this incredible gift. You were given Star Wars. Star Wars, guys. You were given Star Wars, okay? But it's like you've mishandled it every single step of the way. What? How do you mishandle Star Wars? Of all of the things on the planet, how did you mishandle Star Wars of all of the things? And I'm just like, I'm just gobsmacked. Like, oh my gosh, how did you do that? How did you mishandle this? I live in like shock when I see stuff about the Mandalorian and Grogu, and people are like, oh, I hate it, it's so bad, and I'm just like, it's not that it's so bad, it's that what it could have been. And that's what frustrates me, because I want to love stories. I want to be unbelievably happy about it. I want to love it so much. I want to praise things. I want to be so happy for the people that work on these things. I want to praise people. I want people. So much work goes into movies, guys. So much work. And like, I know people who go behind the scenes on things and the work that goes into movies, and then people just say awful things about stuff, and it's just so disappointing. And then I was just like, I just want people to be happy with stuff, and instead it's just like Disney just mishandles stuff, and you're just like, you were given one of the greatest franchises in the world, and instead of letting it, I don't know. I don't know. I'm rambling because I really wanted The Mandalorian and Grogu to be like something great, which I don't know. I haven't seen it yet, of course. And I will be going to see it because I really like the concept behind The Mandalorian. Like, my computer's like, what the fudge? So yeah, I guess that's just my little rant about this. I don't know. We live to see whether or not The Mandalorian and Grogu will be any good. We'll see what happens. So yeah, here you go. This is my completely unscripted rant about there you go. Yeah, so I'll see you next time, guys. Bye.